So excited for today. So excited for today. I wonder if I should play music. I usually play music. I wasn't going to play music because I'm recording and I didn't want that to interfere, so sorry, this is the first little stream I have where I don't have music in the background. Chat box up there. Oh, I need to put that over here. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm just going to jump right into it. I know that there's not a lot of you here usually, and since there's not a lot of you here, I can record pretty much whatever I want, and it's not too much of a spoiler. And I am literally going to record the entire script today. It's very long. Got to the point where I didn't even continue to flesh out some of the rough parts. I got about halfway through the rough draft edit, and I was like, this is so long, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So, all right. Guess I can wait around for a minute. Let's see, there's 6 of you here. There's 2 of you. There's 4 of you. Okay, I'm just gonna hop right in here because I don't want to waste too much time. All right. I really hope that I can pull this off because I have not tried this accent more than a couple times. Enough people said they didn't want gum chewing, so I'm considering doing a version of this just as is, and another version with a lot of gum chewing. So I don't really know. I'm just doing a version with no gum chewing today. So okay. And I wanted to do the keyboard clacking live, but I think that might interfere with the actual recording. So I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that. Anyway. Shizu, hello. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hi, Clammy. Hi, T-Drop. Is this going to be a part of the Monster Girl series or a standalone Jersey character? It's adjacent. It is not connected to the Monster Spa girls at all. It's just kind of in the same vein because hi Damien, I did a little bit of actual YouTubing and kind of looked at my stats and analytics, and I saw what a lot of my viewers are watching, and of course it is a lot of Monster Girl content. So I was just trying to think, how could I incorporate more Monster Girl content into my channel that's not directly tied to the spa series. And this was just a fun idea. Like it's been done many times before. I know that there's probably a ton of other videos like this out there. But I just wanted to put my own spin on it and see what I could do. And the Jersey accent just seemed to fit this script. So oh crap, I'm still recording. Hold on. I don't need to record all that. Crap. Nonsense. Cutting. All right, I was going to get straight into recording, but now there's actually some people chatting, so I'll wait a second. Let's see. Is this Jersey, UK or New Jersey, US? It's US. And I don't know how well I am at it. I'm gonna do my best, okay? It's probably gonna be a very cartoony version of what US Jersey actually sounds like. I don't know that much. I don't know anyone from New Jersey personally. I've only ever heard other people do New Jersey accents, okay? So I'm gonna do my best. And if I completely fall flat, then it completely falls flat. But I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Right, personally, I'd love if you'd try some more vampire ASMR. Listen, okay. Everyone wants more vampire content, but I cannot do that anymore. YouTube takes down every single feeding sounds are just too sexy sounding, so I can't risk it anymore, unfortunately. So if I do any more vampire content, it will only be for Patreon. And I kind of had that realization recently that, and I'm sorry that there's no music playing while I'm chatting here, by the way. um, but yeah, anyway, so I can't risk doing any more vampire feeding content on YouTube. Somehow that one video is still up by some miracle, but I've decided that I'm just going to do like extended feeding audios for Patreon, because I think that's the main appeal of any vampire audio. You can call me wrong if you want, but I know the truth. Like, the feeding part is what everyone likes the most, and that is the part YouTube has an issue with. So that's what I've decided, that I am going to, so all that to say, I might do a couple exclusives for Patreon with more extended feeding, and we'll see. But yeah, okay, all right. I am going to start from the top here, and I'm going to record. Go ahead and start. So, let's see. All right. I have been drinking coffee. Hopefully that doesn't interfere. All right, here we go. Again, I wish I could do the clacking, the clacking keys live, but I'm worried if it'll interfere with my actual voice. All right. All right. No, Hazel, listen, Hazel, honey. If he says I'm not like other vampires, he's absolutely like other vampires. No, Hazel, honey, listen. If she says, listen, honey, if she says I'm not like other vampires, she's absolutely like other vampires. Yeah, they can throw on the hoodie and the jeans occasionally, make you think they're all modern and laid back, but we know that's not really their deal. Yeah, the second you let your guard down, boom, they revert to all the classics. The brooding, the unnecessarily dramatic cape for some reason. Oh, and don't get me started on the tragic backstory. And oh, my favorite, the teary-eyed whimpering about losing their humanity. The teary-eyed whimpering about losing their inhumanely gorgeous reflection. Ugh. Yeah, I heard it all before, been there, done that. Nothing will ever change my mind, honey. I mean, I'm not judging if you're into that, but I mean, I'm not, how you say not, I mean, I'm not judging if you're into that, but still, just know what you're getting yourself into, you know? Like, take me, for example. On Friday, I matched with the cutest Kelpie. Yeah, the most gorgeous mane of hair and a speaking voice to die for, Hazel. But first date, right? First date, he said. He wanted to go for a swim. And I was like, okay, let's not stereotype too much here. Let's give him a chance. I bought the cutest little bathing suit for the occasion, texted my family to let them know where I'd be just in case, and turned out that was the good call, because that swim, yeah, it wasn't a swim at all. He actually tried to drown me. Gotta scroll down. Hopefully it's not too cartoony, but this is just the best I can do, so okay, I'm gonna take back. I bought the cutest little bathing suit for the occasion, texted my family to let them know where I'd be just in case, and turned out that was a good idea, because that swim, yeah, it wasn't a swim at all. He actually tried to drown me. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, look at those long horse legs around me under the water. Yes, please, whisper in my ear even more, and then I realized I couldn't breathe and I was halfway to the bottom of the lake. Yeah, my brother was... Let's see, where was I? Yeah, my brother was stalking around and managed to save my skin because I texted him, but I'm telling you, Hazel, most monsters just aren't breaking the mold, so you gotta be cautious. Yep, that's what I try to tell all the people I interview here. Seems to work out so well for most of them. makes me wonder. Mhm. That's what I try to tell all the people I interview here. Seems to work out well for most of them, so makes me wonder what's wrong with me that I always get the leftovers. I swear, Hazel, working this job is like strapping myself to an altar and handing over the dagger. I help everyone else find love, and then I help everyone else find love. I help everyone else find love, and then end up speed dating cryptids with emotional damage. Emotional damage. Why did I put that in there? It's all anyone's gonna think about. I'm just gonna say trauma. I help everyone else find the love of their life. I help everyone else find the love of their life and then end up speed dating cryptids with emotional issues. Trauma. I wanted to say trauma. I help everyone else find the love of their life, and then end up speed dating cryptids with emotional trauma. Oh, hold on, my next appointment's here. I'll talk to you later, Hazel. Love you. Scroll down. I hope anyone from New Jersey isn't too offended. I'm doing my best. Hi there, you must be my 2 o'clock, yeah? Well, welcome to Monster Match Incorporated, where love bites. Where love bites, but in a good way. Welcome to Monster Match Incorporated, where love bites, but in a good way. I'm Leora. I'll be your rep for today. Let's get you settled in. Oh, don't mind the chaos. Don't mind the chaos. Chaos. Don't mind the chaos. Monday's a fresh, hot day for vampires. Mondays are a fresh, hot day for vampires, and they had a surplus today, so my mini fridge is a little rattly right now. Gotta take that whole thing over again. Let's see. Let's get you settled in. Don't mind the chaos. Mondays are a fresh, hot day for vampires, and they had a surplus today, so my mini fridge is a little rattly right now. Nah, don't worry about it. It's part of the deal when you're looking to date a bloodthirsty creature. Your happily ever after might have claws, fangs, or, a minor tendency to steal your life force in your sleep. Kidding. Mostly kidding. So let's get your profile started, okay? Scrolling, oh my gosh. How do I have to scroll so much? Ah, oh no, I scrolled too much. Crap. Feck. Here we go. I can't use my external mouse because I have too many things plugged in. All right. Let's see. Put that aside. I don't really need that. Let's get your profile started, okay? I see you filled out the preliminary form online, so I don't need your name or your birthday or your soul signature. All I gotta worry about is tailoring your interests to the monsters who also signed up to date a human. Oh, no, don't worry. We take our customers' personal privacy very seriously. If we contact a match for you, they won't see your real name. You'll just be listed as Anonymous Sweetheart number 473. Same goes for whoever you match with. Now, you're looking for a girlfriend, boyfriend, or non-specific friend? Okay, will do. Perfectly respectful. Perfectly respectable. Oh, I just mean that we also have a category that I like to call whatever will take me after midnight. Nothing to do with gender, just some of the weirdos of the monster world. And for me to say that, sheesh, good on you is all I gotta say. You got some standards. So, let's talk monster type. We got a few categories since, let's see. Let's talk type. We whittled down some of the more. We've Let's talk type. We've compiled the top most popular categories since there's so many, and since the veil dropped and all that, it's hard to believe it's only been what, a decade since the merge. One minute everyone's panicking about ghouls and giants eating them, and the next minute, boom, half the population signing up for a blood sharing loyalty program. Okay, so my point is we have so many categories, and it's only the most popular. There are many more out there, and that's why I was talking about that other category about whatever will take me after midnight, because we have so many we can't even fit them all into the database. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the merge really revealed what's unseen to the mortal realm. All right, now, I'm scrolling down. Now, okay, we're gonna go with option number 1. I was just telling my friend Hazel about this. My sister, I was telling her about sister, friend. Who is she? Friend. Let's just say friend. Okay, option 1. Now, option number 1, top of the list. For some reason, I was just talking to my bestie Hazel about this. Classic starter choice. Vampire. Pro. Immortal. Pro. Immortal, charming, usually have impeccable skincare routines. Now, con. Unfortunately, the best skin lotion in the world can't save him from any exposure to the sun. So you're looking at a nocturnal relationship there. Pro, they'll call you darling or beloved, even when you're in sweatpants. It's less about how you look and more about how good your blood smells or tastes, for what that's worth. So con, instead of only loving you for your body, like so many people, let me tell you, they'll only love you for your blood. So you gotta decide if that's a trade-off you're happy with, okay? Scrolling down. Okay, another pro. Most of them are rich. Right? Like filthy rich. I don't know what it is about vampires. There's plenty of other creatures that live forever or like a really long time, like multiple human mortal lifespans, and they don't have a knack for building up the wealth like the vampires. So you bag a rich one, they bag your blood, boom, everybody's happy. But con, now with all that money, a lot of them still think with all that money, a lot of them still think owning a castle is a personality trait. Like, come on, how about a nice private island with a personal chef and butlers everywhere, hey? That's more my style. Oh, yeah, good point. I guess too much sun in the tropics for a vampire, but that's the broad strokes of a vampire match. How are we feeling? Should I mark it as a yes? Should I mark it as a yes, a no, a maybe, or a definitely not? Okay, I'll mark down a maybe. Moving on. Scrolling. Okay, next up on the classics list, we got werewolves. Now, pros here. They're great if you like outdoorsy, off-the-grid types. Very burly and muscly. Oh, we'll build you a log cabin in the middle of nowhere with nothing but the bare hands. But cons, those bare hands aren't very bare. In fact, they're literally shed on your couch. Yeah. But pros, they're very loyal, like off the charts loyal. If they decide you're their special person, they'll be there to help you with anything you need anytime. You whistle and they'll come. You whistle and they'll come bounding up with their tails wagging and ready to work for you, okay? You whistle and they'll come bounding up, tails wagging and ready to work for your love, okay? But con, they're very territorial. Oh no, not just of you. I mean of everything. Their house, their car, their favorite patch of forest in the middle of nowhere, you name it. They'll growl and howl. A lot to be sure that anyone around knows. Even if there's not anyone around, if they even catch a scent, if they even catch a scent of another alpha or someone powerful, they gotta howl and growl. It's part of the deal. Yeah. Oh, and sometimes they might growl and howl over you. Yeah, I hope you like your man grabbing you in the middle of the cafe and snarling at the barista for smiling at you for too long. I hope you like your gal grabbing you in the middle of the cafe and snarling at the barista. I hope you like your gal grabbing you in the middle of the cafe and snarling at the barista because they smiled at you for too long. Yeah, it has something to do with them smelling pheromones or something, I don't know. But more pros, though. They are excellent cuddlers, warm, fuzzy, the best living the best living pillow you could imagine. Besides maybe a Yeti, but we'll get there. Also, a few more cons. Gotta do it. Gotta mention it. Occasionally, they'll eat all your leftovers without asking, and maybe even your neighbor's cat food. Yeah, and also, some of them insist on pack bonding rituals involving mud. Oh yeah, you'll have to deal with them ditching you sometimes to hang with the pack because they're all bonded or whatever. Oh yeah, you'll have to deal with her ditching you sometimes to hang with the pack because they're all bonded or whatever. So what do we think? What are we feeling about the werewolves? Okay, so I'll mark werewolves as another maybe. All right. Moving on to succubi. Oh, no. You think I'd be biased, but no. Okay, gotta scroll down, and there's another train. I gotta take a sip of water. Actually, no, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, even better. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Moving on to succubi. Oh, you think I'd be biased, but no. I know all our name tags have monster type. But no, I know all our name tags have our monster types on them, but I'm only half incubus. I know all our name tags have a monster type on them, but I'm half incubus. But I'm only half incubus. The other half is dragon. They didn't have room to write all that. I don't like that delivery at all. So moving on to succubi. Oh, now you think I'd be biased, but no, I know all our name tags have our monster type on them, but I'm only half incubus. The other half is a dragon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in case you were wondering where I got the horns and the tail. They didn't have room to write all that on my name tag, so I don't... But they didn't have room to write all that on my name tag. But since I'm only half incubus, I don't gotta suck the life out of people like my ma does. But since I'm only half incubus, I don't gotta suck the life energy out of people like my mother does. Nah, I gotta buff my horns like my old man. Ma doesn't even need to be an incubus to suck the life out of you, I gotta tell you. All she gotta do is comment on my wardrobe choices. Leora, where's that top I bought you? Don't you ever want to show off the goods? And I'm like, no, Ma, I got a job to do. I gotta cover up or the humans won't be able to focus. She just doesn't get it. But anyway, I get all I need from the excited energy. But anyway, I get all I need from the excited energy you humans give off when I take these surveys. She just doesn't get it. But anyway, I still need to eat, so I get all I need from the excited energies you humans give off when I take these surveys. Yeah, you get all shy or eager or other things. Anyway, I still need to eat, so I get everything I need from the excited energy you humans give off when I take these surveys. You get all shy or eager or other things, horny, and I just absorb it. Or, horny, and you get all shy or eager or other things, horny, and I just absorb it to live another day. Yes, there's a place for everyone in this new world, I'm telling you. And there's someone for everyone. And there's, you know, horny, horny. And I just absorb it to live another day. Yes, there's a place for everyone in this new world, I'm telling you, and there's someone for everyone too, which is another reason I love this job. Now, back to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Sorry for the tangent. Succubi. All right, scroll down. Okay, succubi. So, we got some pros. There's pros for everyone. Confident, passionate, will absolutely make you feel wanted. And will absolutely make you feel wanted. And confident, passionate, will absolutely make you feel wanted and take the lead in the relationship. Shower you with compliments, surprise gifts, all that mushy stuff. Cons, though, emotionally high maintenance, feed on attention, literally as I explained about my ma. You better expect to be giving them what they want and need, and give it on a regular, vigorous, on a regular, vigorous, on a regular, vigorous schedule. Schedule. That's British. You better expect to be giving them what they want and need, and give it on a vigorous schedule, let's say. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? So, pro, no matter how much you satisfy their hunger, they'll still flaunt themselves everywhere to everyone. They're very vain and aware that they can get any meal at any time. You catch my drift? Yeah. You better not be the jealous type, because whatever you're seeing in them, about a dozen other people probably are too. Okay. I'll try that again. So, bigger schedule. Let's see. So on that note, a pro is no matter how much you satisfy their hunger, they'll still flaunt themselves everywhere to everyone. They're very vain and very aware they can get any meal at any time, if you catch my drift here. You better not be the jealous type, because whatever you're seeing in them, about a dozen other people probably are too, okay? If not a lot more that you don't know about. So what are we feeling about succubi? Oh, so we have our first no. Okay, I see you. I understand. Not everyone can handle such a demanding partner. Okay. So moving on to stretching. Okay. Scroll down. Okay, so moving on. Oh, my foot's asleep. Shite. Okay, so moving on. Ghosts. Ghosts. So moving on. Ghosts. Pro. Great for people who don't care about physicality in a relationship, since great for people who don't care about physicality in a relationship, since they have no physical presence. Since they have no physical presence, so no smooches or hand holding from a ghost, so you gotta be okay with that. So con, they can talk your ear off ad nauseum about how they died, like it was a badge of honor instead of, something they can't get past, or they wouldn't still be hanging around. Yeah, it's kind of like that guy who hurts his leg in high school and then spends the next 40 years talking about how he could have gone pro if it weren't for that one accident. You know what I'm saying. So, ghosts might not be as pathetic as that, but still, it can be a bit grating after a while. So, anyway, so pros, they can phase through anything, and I mean anything. So, if you like misplace the remote, right, and you're really comfy and you don't want to get up. So if you like misplace the remote, right, and you don't want to get up to check if you left it in the kitchen by mistake, your ghosty boo can float in there and check for you. No exhaustion at all. You sweet talk a ghost enough and they'll spy on your enemies. They'll check under vending machines for coins. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I was running out of air on that one. I gotta go back. If you're really cozy and you don't want to get up to check if you put it in the kitchen by mistake, your ghosty boo can float in there and check for you. No exhaustion at all. You sweet talk a ghost enough, they'll spy on your enemies. They'll check under vending machines for coins. I mean, the possibilities are endless here. Yeah, I heard this one story about a human who dated a ghost and had him sweep through a thrift store. Yeah, in like 30 seconds, he told her which couch had over $100,000 hidden in the cushions. Yeah, she bought it for like, I don't know, $20. Yeah, I know. So that's something to maybe keep on the back burner, okay? Okay, I'll mark ethereal as a maybe. Very good. Okay, next. Let's see, what type do we... Okay, let's see here. What do we got next? Oh boy. All right, now try to keep it together when I talk about this one, all right? Slimes. Okay, thank you for being very respectful and not instantly laughing or drooling and getting all horny in here. We don't need that. So, pros about slimes. They're very affectionate, adaptable, and surprisingly creative. Yes, they're very clingy. I never heard that one before. You're so very clever. Cons. They do occasionally dissolve your favorite t-shirt during cuddle time. Yeah, everybody thinks they want to just plop themselves into a slime body and relax like it's a gummy chair or something. But trust me, you don't want to sink too deep and hit their stomach, okay? No, that would not be fun for your t-shirt or your skin. All right. So, but pro, if you're careful, if you're careful about that, you'll never have to buy moisturizer again. That's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on, because, well, you know. Also, if you're a neat freak, it might be a problem with all the trails of slime they can leave everywhere, all right? What? Oh, I see you're a bit of a mess yourself. Okay, I see you. You're funny. All right, I'll mark it as a yes then. Try that again. Trail of the slime they can leave everywhere. What are you saying, sweetheart? Oh, you're a bit of a mess yourself. Oh, you're a bit of a mess yourself. Okay, I see you. You're funny. Okay, I'll mark that down as a yes then. Moving on. Scrolling down. Let's see. We have a Naga or Lamia. Is half human, half snake, all sass and sarcasm. They're protective, hypnotically beautiful. And if you like cuddles, oh, sweetheart, they'll coil around you until you feel like a human burrito. But con, you gotta be sure they know how to control how tight they go when they squeeze up those coils. You don't want your boyfriend suffocating you without realizing it. You don't want your girlfriend suffocating you without realizing it, okay? Also, gotta consider temperature sensitivity since they're cold-blooded. In any cuddling situation, you'll be doing all the heating work, okay, sweetheart? I just want to let you know that. And pro, if you had a bad day and you... Pro. If you've had a bad day, you just have to look them in those eyes and they'll wipe your mind for a couple hours. Wait. Pro. If you've had a bad day, you just want to forget everything, all you have to do is look them in the eyes and they'll wipe your mind for a couple hours. Yeah, hypnotism is amazing if you can't just de-stress once you're home with like a shower or maybe a nice glass of red. If it's just not enough, oh, hypnotism is... But con about that, make sure they only do that when you ask them. You don't want to be with someone who's going to date you for a week and then, hypnotize you and slither off with all your stuff in your wallet. Okay. Okay, that's a risk you're willing to take. Okay, I'll mark it down as a yes then. Okay, it's a risk you're willing to take. I'll mark it down as a yes. Yes. Okay, it's a risk you're willing to take then. I'm going to mark it down as a yes. What do we have up next? Coffee sip. Yes, Clammy, they are also very good chiropractors. My work is known far and wide. Oh, coffee is so good. Okay. I don't think people talk enough about the ugly snorts that we have to do between takes sometimes. Okay. Okay, next up on our list, we got mermaids. Okay, next up on the list, we got mermen. Now, they're enchanting, okay? Their songs, their eyes, the way they can fillet a fish in 2 seconds flat, just beautiful people, beautiful. But cons, water everywhere. Yeah, you will never win the bathroom humidity battle again. Because if you're going to date one, because if you're going to date a mermaid, because if you're going to date a merman, you'd better be willing to move into the ocean or bring the ocean to you. Yeah, pro. Yeah, but pro, fantastic underwater kisses. Don't ask me how I know. They can also give you air that way so you can swim with them. You'll get to be underwater a lot more. You'll get... Pro, fantastic underwater kisses. Don't ask how I know that. Also, they can give you air so you can swim around with them. Yeah, you'll get to be underwater for a lot longer than you have before. Though you could also just rent a snorkel, but come on, that's not as sexy. So, anyway, cons. They're not really into life on land at the moment. Some of them are, but it's not very common, so no promises about them actually living with you long term. Maybe they'll crash in your bathtub or a kiddie pool for a while before they realize it's just not right for them. But pro, you could buy a houseboat or become a wickie, lighthouse attendant, and the two of you can live out a very pleasant life together. Okay, I'll go with a maybe. We've got lots of maybes. I like that. Open-minded. Okay. Okay, moving on. Moving on to a close relative of mine. Demons. Demons. Okay. Close relatives of mine. Demons. Now, pros. Lovely red skin, gorgeous hair, always meticulous claws. Like, oh my goodness, they're manicurist. I have a script here, but I also improv a lot too. So, manicurist, nail artist. What should I say here? Pro, lovely skin. Pro, lovely red skin, gorgeous hair, always meticulous claws. Like, that manicurist must be paid by the second, I swear. They're magical, they're powerful, will absolutely defend you in a bar fight that they probably started. Cons, though. Contractual obligations for everything. I mean, you think you're gonna just casually agree on what to get for dinner, but no. You got to sign a contract that we're getting the pizza. You got to sign a contract that we're going to get Chinese. You got to sign a contract if we're going to go out for, a couple human souls. Like, it's ridiculous. And then it's your soul if you change your mind. So you got to be able to stand up for yourself and say no to that nonsense. I feel like I'm losing the accent a little bit. I'll go back and do that. You think you're just going to casually agree on what to get for dinner, but no, you got to sign a contract you got to sign a contract that we're going to get pizza. You got to sign your contract if we're getting Chinese. You got to sign a contract if we're going to go out and have some human souls. I mean, and then it's your soul if you change your mind at the last minute. So you got to be able to stand up for yourself and say no to that nonsense, or learn to commit to what you want for dinner, okay? All right. Pros, though. No one will ever mess you up again. That's easy. Pro, no one will mess with you ever again if you get a demon partner. Even if you break up, they love the idea of being summoned for any reason. So if anybody pushes you around, you just draw up that circle, baby, and Oh my gosh, I'm losing breath on this. It's not even... Let's see. Okay. Pro. No one will mess with you ever again if you get a demon partner. Even if you break up, they love the idea of being summoned for any reason. So if anyone pushes you around, you draw up that circle, baby, and you sick your ex on the haters. Okay, but we got some more cons. Demons come with a long list of things, let me tell you. We got some cons here. Mood swings. Sometimes their eyes literally burn with hellfire mid-argument, which can set off the smoke alarm and cause a whole scene, so be prepared for that. Just maybe take the batteries out of the detector, because at some point the place will catch fire. But pro to that, your demon BF will be able to control the fire and put it out. But pro, your demon GF will be able to control the fire and put it out, and then be obligated to repair any damage they caused, so that's something. Still, one thing I'll say about demons, they do know how to make you feel like you're the only soul in the room, usually because they've eaten the others, but still. Maybe? Okay. Another maybe now. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed run a few of the rest here because there's so many. We're only scratching the surface here today. Okay, so you are free to browse our selection online at any time, but since we're doing an in-person interview, it's gonna take a little longer, so I'm just gonna speed run a few of these. I gotta take a quick break. I'm gonna pause the recording. Pause it. Oh, I've been recording for 37 minutes. Gosh. Okay, I gotta take another sip. Probably say yes to the Lamia. Yeah, I'd date a Lamia. During myself, so just editing is painful sometimes. Editing is painful at all times, Clammy. Oh my gosh, it's the worst part of my job. High maintenance contracts, too much, yes. Not gonna lie, sometimes you sound like Ozzy. You know what? It's actually really funny that you said that. I was thinking that for some of the things too. I've never done this accent before, but there's probably some crossover there to some degree. Okay. Ugly snort. Okay, right back into it. Gotta keep the train rolling because we're on the speed run route. All right. Recording in progress. Yes. All right, cool. All right, speed run, aka the part of the script where I said I don't have time to flesh this out. The script is already over 3,000 words. I'm just gonna leave it as I'm just gonna acknowledge it in the script. Okay, so all right, we're just gonna speed run a few of these. Okay, all right, dryads. Nature spirits, plant-based partners, the eco-friendly option here. Pros, peaceful, grounded, smells like fresh rain all the time. Oh, it's beautiful. But con, needs a lot of sunlight. needs a lot of sunlight, unlike the vampires, and the composting habits can be aggressive. I once had a client lose his entire balcony to a dryad's herb garden. Never found the railing again. Okay, I'll mark that as a maybe. Am I surprised? No, I'm not. All right, here, let's see. We also have witches. Witches are technically humans, yes, but they get enough supernatural points to qualify in our organization. So pros, clever, powerful, great with candles. Cons, if you break up, you will get cursed. But if you stay together, unlimited protection spells, love charms, and an artisanal, what did I say? Oh, artisanal. But if you stay together, unlimited protection, unlimited protection spells, love charms, and artisanal potion lattes. Oh my goodness. Okay, next. Okay, so that's definitely a yes. Okay, that makes sense. All right, moving on. There's hobby types. Aerial, adventurous, very confident. I said confident a lot. Aerial, adventurous, playful. They love heights, freedom, and nesting. Pros, enthusiastic partners, lots of energies. But cons, feathers everywhere. Yeah, sometimes they also gift you shiny things that may or may not be stolen and usually have little to no value. Okay, so not quite like the ghost situation. This is definitely a magpie situation. All right, okay, moving. Magpie situation. Okay. Okay, I'll mark that down. All right, moving on. Gorgons, beautiful, strong, great conversationalists, believe it or not. They just, well, you'll have to get used to not making direct eye contact until they trust you. Yeah, pros, protective. Pros, they're very protective and statuesque. Pun intended, sweetie. Okay, gotta have some fun at this job now. Cons, pet rocks have a different meaning in their homes. Yeah, if you want to know more about that, I would just suggest doing a little Googling. Okay, I understand. Yeah, that is a little more high maintenance. You like to be able to look in your partner's eyes. I understand. Oh, the poor Gorgons. Hardly anyone. The poor Gorgons. They're lucky if they can just find a nice gargoyle to settle down with. Now, next up we have Kitsune, okay? Fox. Okay, we have Kitsune, all right? Fox spirits, tricksters. They're charming, sensual, mischievous, but okay, next up we have some Kitsune, all right? We've got fox spirits. They're tricksters, charming, sensual, mischievous. They're fun, witty, magical tail massages. But con, you better get used to being pranked. And I'm not talking like they tied up the sprayer on the sink prank. So when you turn on the tap, the water sprays out of the sprayer and gets your clothes all wet. No, I'm not talking about casual pranking. I'm talking about cutting your brakes kind of pranking, and they'll laugh if you die. So if you can't handle that, I would just move on. And also, if you're not good with teasing, you'll combust. And sometimes they vanish for spiritual retreats that may last a whole lunar cycle. Yep. Oh, okay, you like to walk on the dangerous side. All right, okay. All right, I'll mark it down as a maybe. Moving on. What's this? Oh, no, I'm going to say this wrong. Let's see. Okay, moving on. I'm just going to say it, Yeti. Okay, moving on, we got Yetis. I told you I would get there. Snow spirits, elegant, composed, a little bit frosty, literally, on top of all that fur. But they're graceful and they're loyal once they're bonded. You gotta be careful, though. If you walk on their territory... Wait, no. You gotta be careful, though. Touching them without warning might cause frostbite. Emotional distance? More like glacial, sweetie. I don't like any of that. Let's see, what did I say? Frosty, like, I don't have time to edit. I guess I could edit on the fly a bit. Yeti, snow spirits, elegant, composed, a bit frosty, literally under all that fur, graceful, loyal once they're bonded. But you touch them without warning and it might cause frostbite. Okay, I'll start. Okay, next up we have a classic Yeti. Yes, I told you we'd get there, sweetie. This is a snow spirit, elegant, composed, a little bit frosty, literally over all that fur. They might be warm inside, but they're cold outside, sweetie, I'll tell you what. But they're graceful, they're loyal once they're bonded. But touching them without warning might cause frostbite all over your body. Emotional distance, more like glacial, okay? So, yes, they're loyal once they're bonded, but you really have to work to get their attention. You really have to work to get their affection. Okay, I'll mark that down. Okay, moving on here. Banshees. Surprisingly popular this year. Yeah, pros, they're deeply emotional, sensitive souls, great singers, if you like screamo. Their love language is wailing at 3 in the morning, usually because they miss you. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll mark that down. I'm not surprised. I don't like screamo, and I don't like being woken up at 3 in the morning. Okay, let's see here. We got fairies in multiple. Let's see, I got for fairies. What did I say here? Okay, next we got fairies. Adorable, dangerous, glitter-based life forms. Pros, magical, energetic, will absolutely decorate your life. But they're easily distracted and allergic to sincerity. So they will rearrange your furniture when you're not looking. And also, when I say glitter-based life forms, I mean you better be ready to be bedazzled head to toe, honey. And I mean everything, not just you. I'm talking your house, your furniture, your dog. Whatever they touch will just be coated in glitter. It will take months to clean it all up. Some people are down with that. Some people like to be fabulous. I'm not judging. I'm just letting you know the reality of the situation here. Okay. Okay. Oh, bad experience with a glitter bomb once. Oh, I've heard that so many times, sweetie. All right, I'll mark it down as a no. I understand. Okay, moving on to zombies. Oh, don't wrinkle your nose. Most modern zombies are fully functional. Most have medical-grade preservatives now. Come on, it's the 23rd century. Yeah, come on. Underneath all that formaldehyde, they're loyal. There's low drama and excellent long-term commitment because, you know, they're not expiring anytime soon. Oh, all right. And now cons. Slight decomposition issues, as I mentioned, and sometimes they forget social cues. But hey, nobody's perfect. You should see my Uncle Earl on a Christmas. So what do you think about zombies? Oh, well, no, they're not very big on conversation. But they'll love you for your brain. Okay. Maybe. All right. I like the open-mindedness. All right. Now, moving on. Don't flinch at this next one, but arachnids. Now, I promise they are sophisticated. Why do you think you're here at this agency? To find normal human girlfriends? To find normal human boyfriends? No, you're here for monsters, okay? And arachnids are monsters, and they're perfectly good people. They're great multitaskers, they spin cozy little homes, and they always protect their mates and their babies, okay? Yes, they're a bit territorial, just like the werewolves, and you might find the occasional webbing on you, but listen, sweetie, I'll tell you, if you've never tried being wrapped up by an arachnid and spending a night hanging in their web, you gotta give it a try. You know, you don't even have to look at him if you don't want to. It's just, It's just the feeling of being all wrapped up and hanging there in the web. It's like a hammock. Just think of it like a hammock, except you definitely aren't gonna fall from that 100 stories in the air because it's stronger than steel. Oh, okay, can I convince you to at least let me mark it down as a maybe, huh? Come on, maybe doesn't mean yes or no, it just means maybe. Okay, okay, I'll do that for you, sweetie. All right, another one that's a bit close to home with me. Dragons. Yes, they date humans, and yes, yes, they're real. Why did I write that? Yes, they're real. Oh, I didn't know she was gonna be half dragon yet when I wrote this. Hold on. Dragons, yes, they're real, and yes, they date powerful, majestic. What's your dress? Hoarding habits, storm, such to beg my accident. My HD story. Okay, I have to change this a little bit. Okay, another one that I have some personal experience with: dragons. Being half dragon myself, I can have a little bit of insight into these lovely creatures. Yes, they love dating humans. They love dating humans. Why did I put that? That's so stupid. Again, this was the rough. This was the rough, and I'm still going, and I have 2 more pages left to go. So I had to trim it. I didn't have time to flesh everything out like I did the beginning ones. Personal experience with. Let me tell you, all I can say is you are so lucky that they can change forms now. Because can you imagine? Wait, no, I can't talk about that either because I talked about giants. That's what happens when I'm not completely finished editing before recording. All right. Ugly snort. I also have new glasses, and they are fecking me up a bit. Let's see, dragons. I'm gonna stop the recording because I have to actually write something here. I'm gonna stop the recording. Oh, whoops! I didn't want to completely stop it. There you go. All right, I have to do some writing here because I have to get this down. Since I didn't know that her dad was gonna be a dragon when I rough wrote this. So, personal experience. Dragons. Let me tell you, as a half dragon myself, pardon me while I type something up. Who did I say was the magpies? I have to scroll back and look now. Who did I say? Harpies. I said harpies were like magpies. Okay, cool. What's like the most expensive car? Oh, thank you, Idle Mage Harpy. You're right. I went back and found it. Thank you. What is like the most expensive car on the market? Let's see. I'm trying not to go with too many specific. Well, who cares? Who cares? This one's just fun. What's something very luxurious that you could buy a big... I'm overthinking this, but it's important because she's half dragon. Oh gosh, I only have an hour left. Lamborghini or Bugatti. I don't know what Bugatti is, but Lamborghini. You should see my old man. Thank you. I have no idea how to spell that. Okay, I think I have enough to work with. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go back to recording. I gotta do this before the steam's fresh because I only have an hour before I have to go get my kid from the sitter. So, okay, so recording. Okay, good. All right. Okay, now back to something I do have personal experience with: dragons. Now, being half dragon myself, let me tell you, they are the biggest hoarders of the monster world. Yeah, and not just the magpie type like a harpy. I'm talking gems, jewels, gold, credit cards, honey. OMG. Oh, I said OMG. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and not just the magpie type like a harpy, darling. I'm talking gems, jewels, gold, credit cards, honey. Oh my god, you should see my old man's Lamborghini collection in one of his garages. Yeah, one of his garages. He has one for each type of expensive car. He doesn't even drive them. He can fly everywhere. He won't even let me drive them. That's the worst part about dragons, I'm going to tell you right now, is that they only hoard. That is the worst part about dragons, let me tell you. They hoard the best stuff, and they only give you the table scraps. I mean, okay, now, don't get me wrong, those table scraps are very nice, like diamond jewelry, diamond rings, diamond earrings, sapphires. I mean, any gems that you want to think of, they will gift you. But it's just like little gifts. They're sitting on a little mountain of treasure, and they'll only give you a tiny bit, and then think that you're supposed to love them for the rest of time. And yes, they might be powerful, majestic, and generous, sort of, if you consider table scraps relative to their hoard generous. They're generous once you earn their trust. But those hoarding habits, man, you don't ever touch their stuff unless it's something that they've given you. And they still kind of think it's theirs. So if they want it back for any reason, they might want to take back what they've given you and trade something else for it. Everything is theirs once they've decided. Everything is theirs once they decided they own it. And apart from the whole hoarding situation, even if they hoard treasure, I would say, besides vampires, dragons are the richest in the monster world. But it's not from the same. But it's not the same means. Vampires find a way to build wealth. Dragons, they just take it. And anyway, aside from all of that, expect a lot of back in my ancient days stories, because dragons live for a long time, and kind of like ghosts, they like to talk about everything that they've seen that is not around anymore and that no one cares about, but it makes them feel special, okay? So I don't care how young and how hot a dragon looks. They're very old, and they're basically like boomers, okay? Oh, no, not me. I told you I'm half incubus, so at least I got that going on for me. So, what do you think? Now, you're right, I didn't have as many pros for dragons, but again, this is a situation where if you want to know more positives, you can Google, you can go on. But yes, I know I didn't list a lot of positives for dragons, but what can I say? I have some daddy issues, and I think you could just go online if you want to know more. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, let's see. We got, Oh, there's one you want? Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that, sweetie? Oh, let me look that up. Let's see if we have that monster type. Actually, I'm not sure if that one's in our database. Are you sure that one's real, or is it something that you just saw on DeviantArt? Oh, you know what? I see it. I see it. I went on that whole tangent about dragons, and now your eyes are starting to glaze over. Don't worry, it's normal. Everyone gets overwhelmed around the hobby section now. Okay, based on your reactions, we'll go. Everyone gets a little bit overwhelmed right around the hobby section, and by then, I know when the interview is about over. Don't worry, it's normal. Everyone gets a little overwhelmed around the hobby section, so why don't we just call it here, and I'll just give you what we have so far. All right, so based on your reactions, which I'm very in tune with, thank you for the delicious meal. Let's see, you are interested in affectionate, you are interested, sweet, thank you very much. You are interested in, you like affectionate but independent types. Yeah, minimal risk of bodily harm. Ugh, good luck there, dear. Enjoys warmth, humor, maybe a little danger. Okay, well, those are very broad strokes, but based on that and all the types you said maybe yes or no to, let's see, let me just here, I'll print you a short list. Okay. Oh, this printer is from the Stone Age, I'm telling you. And not the human Stone Age. I'm talking about the Stone Age in my world before the merge. It's a very slow printer. Okay, here we are. All right. Top 10 matches within 50 kilometers. Okay, we have one reformed vampire influencer with a skincare line. We have a Naga yoga instructor who swears she's only a little bitey. That's not much of a pun. Let's see, we got a dryad who does floral therapy. I have no idea what that means, but you can make a career out of anything anymore. Let's see, we have a slime girl barista. Cute, bubbly, melts spoons occasionally. I don't know if I would trust her to make my coffee, but okay. Let's see, we have a witch who specializes in relationship wards. Look at that. She'll keep your relationship safe, maybe even one between you and her. And let's see. Oh God, this should be an offense against nature. A banshee choir teacher. Oh, but you shouldn't wear earplugs because it offends her. Oh, darling, what are you doing? Okay, moving on. Let's see here. We have a werewolf with a pet. We have a werewolf with a pet sitting startup. Pet sitting startup. We have a werewolf with a pet sitting. We have a werewolf who's a pet sitter. Okay, starting an animal shelter on the side. Good, very on brand. Let's see here. We also have a mermaid who runs an aquarium TikTok. Look at that. What a way to live on land and make it your career, darling. That's good. Let's see, a gorgon sculptor. Huh. Well, that's all kinds of tragic. You know, I need to go back. I got to go back and retake these for gender. Oh, crap. Hold on. All right, let's go back. Which ones have gender? Naga. Okay. A Naga yoga instructor who swears he's only a little bitey. That's not even much of a pun. Let's see. Bubble. Okay, so Naga, dryad. A slime boy barista, cute, bubbly, melts spoons occasionally. Ugh, I don't know if I trust him to make my coffee, but okay. A witch boy who specializes in relationship wards. Look at that. He could guard your relationship. Maybe even one between you and him, sweetie. All right. Oh God, this should be an offense against nature. A banshee choir teacher? Don't wear earplugs. don't wear earplugs. It offends him. Offends him. Don't wear earplugs. He'll get offended. Oh, sweetie, no. Okay, moving right on from that. Mermaid. Okay. A merman. Oh, look at this. A merman who runs an aquarium TikTok. What a way to live on land and monetize it. Oh, very impressive. Yeah. Gorgon sculptor, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Gorgon sculptor. It's all kinds of tragic. I should ask, I didn't do this, but I should add a dragon at the end here. Dragon. No, I'll just end with the Gorgon. A Gorgon, and lastly, a Gorgon sculptor. Well, that's all kinds of tragic. And yes, I know you said no to Gorgons, but again, these are just some of the closest matches. They're not exact, okay? We could have gone over the entire list of hundreds of monster types, but you can do that on your own time and get a more accurate match, okay? So, all right. Here you go, sweetie, your official monster match shortlist. Remember, everyone's looking for someone. Even if that someone occasionally breathes fire a little. Oh my gosh, I'm literally on like the last couple of lines and I'm losing it. Okay, I can do it. Okay, here you go. All right, here you go, sweetie. Your official monster match shortlist. Now remember, everyone's looking for someone, even if that someone occasionally feck. Here you go, your official monster match shortlist. Remember now, everyone's looking for someone, even if that someone occasionally breathes fire or phases through walls. Oh, and if you decide to go out on a date with any of them, don't forget to tell them who set you up. Oh, and also, if you decide that any of these work out for you, if any of these work out, for you, don't forget, I do get referral points, so just go on the website and tell them that Leora was the one that set you up, okay, sweetie? Thank you. All right, good luck, sweetheart. Try not to get hexed on the first date, okay? Okay. Yes, I do get referral points, but just tell them it was Leora who set you up. I do get referral points. Yes. Now, good luck, sweetie. Try not to get hexed on the first date, okay? Okay. Oh, yes, Hazel. Oh my God, Hazel, you wouldn't believe who I just had in my office. Sometimes I don't even know why I have this job. The internet exists. Oh my gosh, they were like, no, I don't want Gorgons. I can't look Gorgons in the eyes. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, I gotta come up with something better than that. Let's see. Hello, Hazel, sweetie. Sorry about that. I just had to have a little interview, do my job. Ugh. You wouldn't believe it, though. Oh, my goodness. This person I just had in my office, they were just one of those maybe to every question kind of people. Yeah, like I went down the list. I mean, the list is so incredibly long. I don't even know why I have this job. Like, I don't know why I have to do this job when the internet exists. But literally every single question was a maybe, occasional no, occasional yes. And then you could just tell they were a little upset when they got the list back, and there were a couple matches that weren't 100% what they thought they wanted. And I'm like, okay, you can't know what you want if you just say maybe to everything, okay? Like if I see an invite on an event digitally and I say maybe, that's basically the same as no. Am I wrong? Okay. I'm going to fade that all out, so none of that really is going to matter, but I just had to riff there a bit at the end. Oh my gosh, okay. I finished it. Now I just have to edit it. All right. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to save it. Now, I hope that wasn't, like I said, I hope it wasn't too horrible, but it was fun. I did what I could. It is going to be obnoxious to edit, I will say that. Okay, Leora. Leora, darling, I'll help you find your true love. Dating rep and save. Like I said, that was fun. For all 9 of you who hung around for it, I hope it was entertaining enough, if not completely cringy. Alright, I have exactly 40 minutes to myself before I have to go pick up my child, so I should probably go. But I just figured so few people actually show up to the live streams, I might as well record my scripts live and give people a little bit more entertainment. I don't know. So, yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed. Or if you didn't, I'm sorry. It was pretty fun. Cool. Thank you for the audio. Well, it's not out yet, but yeah, I figured. Like I said, I figured since my streams have so few views, mostly, I'm like, well, if you show up to streams, you literally get the whole unfiltered process behind the scenes, and then you basically get to hear the whole script, even with all the flubs and everything. So it's not Patreon content, it's literally just out there on YouTube content, but only a very few people will actually see it early, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I have to edit this. I have a little time to myself, but thank you all for being here and hanging out with me while I try to figure this out. Like I said, hopefully it wasn't too offensively cringy or anything, but I also had a lot of fun. It was really fun, even if I had to, like, I wish I could have worked on the script for another week or so, because I really wish I could have fleshed out every single individual monster type, but I just ran out of steam, and I really want to get this video out by Friday night. So I still have to do the artwork. I don't exactly know what the character is going to look like yet. I don't know what Leora is going to look like. I sort of have an idea, but I have a lot of work to do to get it out by Friday, so I didn't want to spend a ton of time working on the script, because I was like, it's okay with like the bullet points and stuff, and I only had to take a quick second to go in and flesh out some parts, and yeah. Alright, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the recording, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.